So everybody likes to comment on the number 6 Strat. Is it the number 6 Strat, or do you want to rebuttal anything that you've said in the video?
Well, here's the deal. So this guitar's worth a fortune. It really is. This is a Strat that I've had for many, many years. In fact, it was featured in Guitar Player magazine. It's a 1954 all original Strat. Serial number is 6. It's got the oldest neck date and the oldest body date that I've ever had on a Stratocaster. So we know it's clearly an early 54. According to the records, the first ones that were sold that came out in market were on the trim cover plate. Serial number 100 went to 200. This is according to different sources. Different guys are going to have different views. This is my take on it. And then the ones that had early numbers that were the actual stamp back plate were guitars that were demos, given to artists, given to stores to try out and so forth, but that doesn't mean that those weren't sold. And so judging from the neck date, Ducaser, who's considered to be one of the experts, and guys can argue, yeah, he's not the expert, this guy is, that guy is. I've been doing this for 51 years, and Ducaser's book has been pretty close to everything that I've learned. And he was saying that the first neck date on a Strat was there are about April 1st, and mine is dated March 23rd, I believe. The neck date on this guitar is March 23rd. And then inside the guitar, Albert Molinaro, who's a really great friend of mine, who's a world expert on guitars and knows more about them than I do, and that's the guy who I go to when I have a question, which isn't that often, said that there's inside the guitar shows the date of manufacture is a piece of tape, piece of masking tape, and the masking tape has the manufacturer's name, person that put it together, and the date. And the date on that was April, but I thought it said Victor, and then when I talked to Albert, he said, no, it's Victoria. So that was a famous person that put them together. So to make a long story short, it's serial number 6 on the back plates, which is supposed to be after the trim cover plates. However, this receipt in the case that I bought it with says June of 54. The body date of April of 54 and the neck date of March of 54 puts it at the earliest one I've ever had. I've owned 11 54 Strats. In fact, I've sold Albert, I think, eight of those 11. So I've had experience with a few of those. And so let's put it this way, it's one of the first 54s made. All I can say to that. So I don't know if I'm taking back anything that I've said, but I don't believe so. There's different points of view and everybody can argue about it. And you know what, whatever your belief is, there you go. That's the facts. So thank you very much.